So, ladies and gentlemen, we've been covering various topics of the Jackie Vautour case, but this statement from Parks Canada is available online. It's their fact sheet regarding Kouchibouguac. Now, the information I'm providing was stated by Parks Canada. Some of it I don't agree with. Some of it is a statement of fact. But I think the fact sheet should be read by supporters and non-supporters of Jackie Vautour to give them some clarity as to, in their opinion, what Parks Canada feels their side of the story is. Like any journalist, I'm a centrist journalist. I want to cover both sides and get discussion going rather than confrontation or disagreements. Now, this fact sheet is available on parkscanada.ca/pn/np/Kouchibouguac/info/fait FAITS -facts2. Now, it reads, the creation of Kouchibouguac National Park. Parks Canada acknowledged that past decade practice of expropriation and establishment of national parks and national historic sites greatly affected many families and individuals. Expropriated families and communities remain an important part of the history of the Kouchibouguac National Park and this region of Canada. On October 13th, 69, Canada and the government of New Brunswick entered an agreement for the creation of Kouchibouguac, which involved the expropriation of the lands of 228 households by the province, the New Brunswick, in the aid of the federal government. The New Brunswick Court of King's Bench has since determined that this expropriation was lawful, and an appeal to the New Brunswick Court of Appeal by Mr. Jackie Vautour was rejected. Between 1969 and 1972, expropriated families were provided compensation for their homes and property by the province. Eventually, all former residents vacated the national park, with the exception of Mr. Vautour and his family. After Mr. Vautour's house was removed in 1976, the family returned to live in the park. After several years of unsuccessful negotiations with Mr. Vautour, the province of New Brunswick was under legal obligation to transfer the lands to the federal government and did so in 1978. Mr. Vautour was compensated by the government of New Brunswick for the expropriated land in 1987. The compensation to New Brunswick including 2 parcels of land totaling 110 acres outside of Kouchibouguac National Park and a sum of $228,000, which would be equivalent to approximately $500,000 in today's dollars, an amount significantly more than the average amount received by the other expropriates. Despite accepting the money and the land and signing an agreement to relinquish his claim on the land, Mr. Vautour returned to occupy lands in the park. Now, compensation and rights of former residents of Kouchibouguac National Park were addressed by the province of New Brunswick, the courts, and the recommendation of the Laforest-Roy Special Inquiry Report on Kouchibouguac in 1981. The Laforest-Roy Special Commission report acknowledged that although the land in the national park continues to belong to the government, Mr. Jackie Vautour's presence could be allowed on the land in a national park on sufferance, provided he stay within the law in other respects and did not use the site as a base for action against the park. Now, Parks Canada accepted and followed the recommendations of this report. Now, the provision applied to Monsieur Vautour and not to other members of the family. Now, claim in Indigenous rights. The courts had previously rejected claims by Jackie Vautour and his son Roy of Indigenous harvesting rights as Métis in Kouchibouguac National Park, a provincial court of New Brunswick decision in 2010. An appeal was rejected by the Court of King's Bench of New Brunswick in 2015, and a leave to appeal was refused by the New Brunswick Court of Appeal in 2017. The courts determined there was no historic rights-bearing Métis community existence in the area of what is now Kouchibouguac National Park. Mr. Vautour made a request to appeal to the Supreme Court of Canada, which was denied in 2017. Now, the New Brunswick Court of King's Bench dismissed a claim by Vautour in 2020 on behalf of himself and 98 families for Indigenous rights in and title to the park, citing previous court decisions. An appeal to the New Brunswick Court of Appeal in 2021 was dismissed. The Vautours did not appeal the decision. Now, the Vautour family and the 98 families currently have no court cases known to Parks Canada concerning this illegal occupation. So that was stated at the time. There remains a claim by Stephen Augustine, purportedly the hereditary chief, purportedly on behalf of the Mi'kmaq, claiming Indigenous title to lands in Kouchibouguac. Parks Canada will continue to follow normal court processes. It is Parks Canada understanding that Mr. Augustine will file an amended statement of claim with the New Brunswick Court of King's Bench. This claim is not related to the Vautour's family members' illegal occupation of Kouchibouguac National Park. Now, on July 28, 2021, Mi'kmaq Tipiltican Incorporated issued a statement on behalf of the chiefs expressing concern that certain individuals are attempting to claim Indigenous rights on their territories, Acadian Métis. The chiefs indicated that they would not support these individuals to claim their heritage or speak on behalf of the Mi'kmaq. On March 25, 2022, the chiefs once again issued a statement dismissing these claims. Now, on July 29, 2021, the Société de l'Acadie de Nouveau-Brunswick issued their own statement in support of the MTI chiefs in this matter. Now, currently, Kouchibouguac National Park values its long-standing relationships with the Mi'kmaq, Acadian groups, and local communities. Parks Canada will continue to collaborate with all these groups on the protection of natural and cultural resources, economic development and public outreach, cultural awareness, and education. In 2021, the Parks Management Plan was updated through engagement and consultation with Mi'kmaq and Acadian groups, local communities, visitors, and those interested in Kouchibouguac. A key objective of the new plan is to have former residents of Kouchibouguac and their descendants help commemorate the history of the park and former villages. To accomplish this goal, the park will establish an advisory committee made up of former residents of the National Park to advise the park management on how to promote the history of the former villages. Now, it talks about the management team. Now, they go into the national impact of the park. Kouchibouguac National Park is operated year-round and employs 90 people, complemented by an additional 35 students during the summer. The park generates an additional 22 full-time jobs indirectly. It is undeniably an important economic driver for Kent County. In 2017 fiscal year, operations, visitors, and infrastructure projects generated direct and indirect sales of more than $26.3 million for Kent County and $44 million for the province as a whole. These sales also had an impact on the annual gross domestic product, adding up to $12.2 million for Kent County and $19.2 million for the province. A total of 226,400 people came to the park during the 2019 visitor season, the last pre-COVID season, representing an increase of 33% since 2016. In 2021, 237,260 visitors came to the park, which is an increase of 5% of pre-pandemic numbers. Our projected areas are unique under the Canada National Parks Act and require unique rules to protect them. Breaking the law in a national park or national historic site can result in consequences including evictions or tickets, and more serious cases, court appearances, and or large fines. So this ties into the various charges that be done against the what they call the firekeepers, the Jackie Vautour firekeepers. So this is a statement of fact of Parks Canada. You know how I stand about this, but I want to give people that are new to the situation indication of what Parks Canada's view is on that. This is their statement of fact, and take it as you will. I basically believe the information it was created by Parks Canada. This is their statement. I'll leave it at that. I'll let you judge, and you can listen to my other podcasts and my editorial. This, again, is just a statement of information by Parks Canada from the site, and you can read it for yourself, again, at parks.canada.ca/pn-hyphen-nb/info/faits-facts2. And again, do a Google search, put in Parks Canada statement on Kouchibouguac, and you will find it there. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. Happy Thanksgiving week. If you like what you're doing here with the Jackie Vautour podcast or any other podcasts on the channel, because we cover many categories, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share. We're reaching 1.6 million hits on the channel with over 3,200 subscribers. And this is a information channel, kind of a reflection of the various columns I've done, sports, news, television. So listen to it and let me know what you think. Have a good one.